Evening, students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So we'll get started. We were doing some problems, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll try to complete them. So the last problem that we were doing is the 9th one, right? A minute.
Eighth one, sir.
8th,
Yes, sir.
we were doing the 8th one, right? 8th, I think we discussed the idea. What was it? I think I've told the outline, right? Of how we need to calculate. So from the first case, we will calculate mv square divided by. Did you guys read the question? Wait, let me copy this. So two satellites are in circular orbits around the planet that has a radius of 9 into, so radius of the planet is RP. Radius of this thing, one satellite has a mass of 68 kilogram and orbital radius of 5 into 10 power 7 meter and orbital speed of 4,800 meter per second. Okay. And the second particle is of mass 84 kilogram and has an orbital radius of 3 into 10 power 7 meter. Right. So what is the orbital speed of the satellite? So how to calculate? G mass of the planet into mass of the first satellite divided by R1 or R1 square M1 V1 square divided by R1. Cancel it. Cancel this. So it will get cancelled. Similarly, for the second one, G MP into mass of the second planet divided by R2 square is equal to M2 into V2 square divided by R2. R2 and this will get cancelled. M2 and M2 are gone. So if you divide both, what will you get? GMP is also gone. Then R2 divided by R1 will be equal to V1 square divided by V2 square. Right. What is R2? 3 into 10 power 7 divided by R1 is 5 into 10 power 7 is equal to, what is V1 square? 4,800 square divided by V2 square. Right. This will be 4,800 into 4,800, the whole divided by V2 square. This will be how much? 1,600. So V2 square is equal to 4 into 1,600 into 1,600 into 5. So it will be 1,600. So V2 will be square root of this thing. So 1,600 into root 20 is 2 root 5. So 3,200 into root 5. So root 5 is 2.25 something. If you multiply both, that will give you the answer. Okay, this part I hope you can calculate it, right? Those might be meter
Sir,
per second.
what is the unit of V1?
4,800 meter per second. No? That's what is given.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next. Shall I move on? Did you guys copy it?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, please do.
Sir, can you once
Sir, what
show
is
the options?
R2?
R2 is the orbital radius of the second planet. What did
No,
you
sir,
ask? Sir?
what is the value?
It's given, no? 3 into 10 power 7. Yeah, what is your doubt, Raghav?
Answer is coming in 7,000.
7,000.
The root 5 is 2.23.
Okay. So 3,200 into 7,136.
Yes, sir. 7,136.
Then I think this should be right. Like, it should have been 7,136. Did we do any? Did I miss something? My mistake. 1,600 into 3, no. So it is not 2 root 5. It is rather root 15. So 1,600 into root 15 will give you the answer. What is root 15? Approximately 4, no? 3.9 something. Okay, can I approximate it to?
Sir, I'm getting answer as 6,196.
Okay.
I
Somewhere
did it in
6,240. You did it in what?
no, sir, I just directly wrote like V2 is root over V1 square into R1 upon R2.
Okay, it's the same thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So 3 into 1,600. So 1,600 into root 15. 1 minute.
Sir, I'm getting answer as 6,197, sir.
Is there an option like that? It should be somewhere around 6,192.
Yes, sir. Maybe that is the option.
6,196 is the actual answer. Yes, we can approximate it to 6,192. That's the answer. But let's not be concerned about the answer. It's the method that is important. So it is 6,192. Ninth one. At what height? See, I think all these problems are going to be easy going forward. At what height from the surface of the Earth, the gravitational potential energy, the value of G, are minus 5.4 into 10 power 7 joule per kilogram square and 6 meter per second square, respectively. Take the radius of the Earth to be 6,400. How to do? Tell me the formula.
Minus GM by R.
Okay, minus GM by R. But what is going to be the value of R now?
6,400 plus
6,400.
H.
It is going to be R plus H is equal to minus 5.4 into 10 power 7. Minus will get cancelled. So from here, one unknown, one equation, you can calculate the value of H. So they ask for G, right? So G should become 6 meter per second square. So what is the formula? G dash is equal to Gm divided by R plus H the whole square. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Sir, but they haven't mentioned the mass of the Earth, right?
So mass is not given. Take that R outside.
Sir, or else we can use the formula G into 1 minus 2H upon RE.
You cannot use 1 minus 2H upon R because the decrease in the value of acceleration due to gravity is more. See, initially it is 9.8. If it is somewhere around 9.2, 9.3 means yes, you could have used that formula. But 1 minus 2H by R is an approximated formula. Here you can't use that because of the value 6. 9.8 and 6 is a very big difference in terms of percentage at least.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Or else what we can do is we have two different equations. No? You divide both, you will get the answer. GM will get cancelled. I hope you're able to understand. Divide the first one with
Yes,
the
sir.
second one. Then you will get R plus H is equal to something. Then find the value of R. I think that should work. Can you do it fast and tell me? So G dash is 6. So 5.4 divided by 6. 5.4 divided by 6. We'll get something like this. I hope everybody is able to understand. Ninth one is GM divided by R plus H the whole square is 5.4 into 10 power 7. The whole divided by GM plus, sorry, R plus H the whole square is 9. GM will get cancelled.
So
R
it should
plus
be
H and R
minus
plus-
GM, right?
But minus and minus will get cancelled. No? They gave the potential as minus. I cancelled it here.
Oh, okay, sir. Understood.
Yeah, R will be equal to 6 into 10 power minus 10 power 7 minus 6,400. Oh, G is 6. So it will be 9 into 10 power 7. But what has happened is this is in terms of joule per kilogram square. So into, I have to convert it to meter into 1 divided by 10 power 4. So this will become 10 power 3. So 9 into 10 power 3. Did you guys understand why I wrote this 1 by 10 power 4? Because the potential is given as joule per kilogram square, but I want it in terms of joule per meter square.
Sir, how is it 9?
5.4 by 6, 0.9.
So it should be 9 into 10 to the power 2.
9 into 10 power 2. Then 5.4 by 6. 5. There should have been 10 power 6, no? One minute, what kind of conversions are? I think this, because the value can't be less, no? I'm
Sir,
getting the
how
value of
can
it.
kg be converted to meter?
Not kilogram. First of all, I think the units are wrong. It is not joule per kilogram. It is actually joule per meter. Joule per kilogram only. 1 minute, wait. G. So potential energy
Joule per
divided by
meter,
mass.
sir. Joule per meter.
Potential energy per mass kilogram da. Kilogram ada. So for kilogram to get convert a kilogram, then we can leave it as it is. Then we need not disturb it. Wait, 5.4 into 10 power 7 joule per kilogram SI unit divided by 6. How much is it? 0.9 into 10 power 6. That will be 9 into 10 power 5. I think we got the answer. So 9 into 10 power 5 is
Sir, 0.9 into 10 power 7, right?
0.9 into 10 power 7. Upper 9 into 10 power 6. 9 into 10 power 6. It will be 9,000 kilometer. This 9,000 kilometer. Then this will be 9,000 minus H is how much?
6,400.
Sorry, H is what we need to find.
Yes, sir. R is
6,400. How much is this? 006 2,600. Is there an option?
Yes, sir.
10th one. So there is a mistake here. It is not joule per kilogram square. It is joule per kilogram. So the Earth revolves around the sun with an angular velocity of this much value in a circular orbit of this much radius. The force exerted by the sun on the Earth in Newton is. So what is the formula? What is the force exerted by the sun on the Earth?
M omega square.
Sir, m a omega square. Right?
Ma omega square. Think and tell me that. F is equal to mv square by r. It exerts a centripetal force, and we know that V is equal to r omega. So correct?
Sir, could you repeat what you just said? I couldn't hear you, sir, actually.
Sir, you're on mute.
Sir, your voice is breaking for me.
Asking problem over.
No,
Could you
sir.
repeat?
The problem mr omega square is over.
No, sir.
Okay, so I did two more problems after that. Okay. So this one you understand, no, mv square by r is the force exerted by the sun on the Earth. And we know that V is equal to r omega. When you substitute V is equal to r omega, it becomes mr omega square. Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? So you take all the values given in the question and substitute it here. Then 6 into 3 by 2 into 4, 2 and 6 will get cancelled 3 times. So 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 4, 36. So I saw the option 36 and I put a tick across it. Only to be added here is this should be in terms. R is in terms of kilometer, right? This should be in terms of meter. That's it. So 24 plus 11 is 35. 35 minus 14 is 21. Okay. 11th one. Assuming the Earth to be a sphere of uniform density, what is the value of acceleration due to gravity at a point 100 kilometer below the Earth's surface? So you have a formula. G double dash is equal to G into 1 minus D divided by R. So what is the value of D?
100.
No, sir. Actually, 1 lakh, I think. 10 lakhs, sorry, sir.
No need. What you can do is you can put this as 100 and this you can leave it into this you can rate it as 6380 kilometer.
Sir, but G would be in
So
meter per second, right?
kilometer. No, but here kilometer and kilometer will get cancelled. Tada.
Okay, sir. Understood.
You would understand. So 9 by 6. I mean 9.8 into 1 minus 100 divided by 638000 will get cancelled. Now you can solve this. Okay. That part I'm leaving it to you. The 12th one I told it is in all those things, not needed. So 13th one So 13th one the question says if the area swept by the planet is delta A in the time interval delta t, then the angular momentum is related to the areal vector and the time given by which expression. So if you look about
Sir, your voice is breaking for me.
is it clear now? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I asked what is delta A by delta t called as? It has a
Aerial
name,
velocity.
right? It's called as aerial velocity. So now our job is to relate aerial velocity to the angular momentum. So if the sun is here, okay, let's say in time delta t, the area swept is delta A. Okay, so it will be something like this, and its velocity will be like this. Okay, so in time delta t, distance covered by the planet is how much? Distance covered by the planet. It is how much?
V delta T.
V delta t. And this is R vector. Right. So what is going to be the area of the triangle? So what is going to be the area of the triangle OAB? V delta perpendicular to each other. I say that the area of the triangle is half into base into height. Can I say this? Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is where you need to learn something new today. In terms of physics, the area is actually given as half into a vector. See, if I take a triangle like this, if I say this is a vector and this is the triangle is given half into a vector, b vector, actually the magnitude of it. Okay, I'll tell you why it is so. It's very simple. This concept is actually not taught in CBSE, but it is worth knowing it. Okay, if this is A and this side is B, if I take this angle to be theta, then how much is this side in terms of A and theta?
A sin theta.
A sin theta. So what is the area of the triangle? Half into base
AB sin
into
theta.
height. Right. Can I write this as half into magnitude of B vector cross A vector? Or can I write it as half into magnitude of A vector cross B vector? Both mean the same. Can I write it?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I'm calculating only the magnitude. So same logic. So can I write the area here as half into R vector cross B delta T? So this is how much? This is delta A. Correct? So delta A, I'll bring the delta T to the other side is equal to half into, see the more matured way to write it is, I'll write it like this. V vector delta T cross R vector. Because I told you it defines only the magnitude. So delta T, I bring it this side, then it will become V vector cross R vector in the magnitude, multiply and divide it with M. So you will get M into V vector cross R vector, the whole divided by 2M. What is the answer? L vector divided by 2M, or L divided by 2M for that matter. So is there an option?
Option D,
Actually,
sir.
Yeah, D, but
D,
it's not. So we'll write it as L divided by 2M because I took the magnitude everywhere. So L divided by 2M. And actually, this is an important expression. Next time onward, you need not solve. Remember that delta A by delta T is equal to L divided by 2M. Okay. Shall we try the next one? 14th. If G is the acceleration due to gravity at the Earth's surface, then what will be the increase in potential energy if the object of mass M is raised by its radius R? So read the question. If G is the acceleration due to gravity at the Earth's surface, then what will be the increase in potential energy if object of mass M is raised by its radius capital R? So if I take this to be the object, initially the object would have been on the surface of the Earth. This is of radius R. This is of mass M. Now the object is lifted to a height of R above the Earth's surface. Okay. So initial, final. What is the initial potential energy? Minus
GM upon
G
R.
by capital R. U final is minus G small m into capital M upon.
2R.
So what is the work done?
Plus GM into M
They asked
divided
what
by
is the
2R.
change in U final minus. So minus G small m capital M by 2R minus of minus G small m capital M divided by R. So what will it give? This will become plus, this is 2 and 2 here. So it will be G small m capital M divided by 2R. Okay. I'll multiply and divide with R. Then what is G capital M divided by R square?
Acceleration due to gravity.
acceleration due to gravity on the surface of Earth. So can I write this as half into m into g into r? Right. So option A.
Sir, so increase here means that the energy will become less negative, right?
Last question I remember being asked is less negative. That is that right? After that, we didn't discuss anything, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shall we do the next one? Mass of the moon is 1 by 81 times the mass of Earth, and its radius is 1/4 of the Earth's radius. If escape velocity at the surface
Sorry?
of Earth, tell me.
Did you answer Raghav's question?
Yeah, I did.
What was
Can
the
you
answer
repeat?
again?
I didn't hear.
I told it becomes less negative. You asked me this thing, no?
Yes, sir.
Increase in that's the thing I answered. I told yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So mass of moon is 1 by 81 times that of Earth. So escape velocity formula is root of 2 gm divided by capital R. Okay. So if I call this as the escape velocity on Earth, escape velocity on moon will be root of 2 times g into mass of moon divided by radius of moon. Divide both, you will get the answer. So 11.2 divided by the velocity on moon is equal to square root of 2 gm divided by r divided by square root of 2 into g into what is the mass of moon? Mass of Earth divided by 81. Radius of moon is r divided by 4. So what will get cancelled? Gm by r will get cancelled. 2 is also gone. So what is left out? 1 divided by 1 divided by 9 by 4. So it will become 4 by 9. Sorry,
9
9
by
by
2.
2 by 9. So Vm will be equal to 11.2 into 9 divided by 2. But there is no option, right?
Sir, how is the escape velocity of moon greater than Earth?
That's what. That's why I'm checking.
So it will come 1 by 9 by 2, right? So it will be
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. See, 9 by 2 this side, correct?
yes, sir.
9 by 2. So it should become 11.2 into 2 divided by 9. Now check. It should be 2 point something. be 2.5 kilometer per second, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Next. According to Kepler's law of periods, the dash of the time period of revolution of a planet is proportional to the cube of the dash of the ellipse traced out by the planet. Very simple question, make it fast.
B option.
Option B, sir.
A particle falls towards Earth from infinity, its velocity on reaching the Earth would be. See, what will be the velocity with which the particle is projected from the Earth so that it goes out of the out of the gravitational field?
Root 2 GR.
Then if the going out of the Earth's pull means it is going to infinity. So if the reverse happens, what should be the answer? If the reverse happens, what should be the answer?
Same, sir.
Sir, won't the sign change, but it's given velocity.
You need not. Is there any option in the option with the sign?
No.
Okay, so you need not worry about it. For a planet having a mass equal to the mass of Earth, radius is 1/4 of the radius of the Earth, then the escape velocity of the planet is. So it is root of 2 into gm divided by r by 4, correct? So root of 2 gm divided by, so it will become root of 2 gm divided by r divided by or half of this one. So what will be the answer?
5.6. 5.
That's it. If the radius of the Earth reduces by 4%, reduces by 4%, and the density remains the same, then the escape velocity will be.
Sir,
Tell me.
no, sir, I'm not sure. Like reduced by 2%.
Sorry. What is it you asked?
Reduced by 2%.
How did you get?
No, sir, I'm not sure whether it's the correct answer or not.
Okay.
Sir, it will be reduced by 4%.
How did you get? We need to frame a relation, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the relation you framed?
Sir, escape velocity, like it depends on.
So escape
Then-
velocity is equal to root of 2 gm divided by r. How will you write mass of the planet in terms of density?
Volume into density.
Okay. So root of 2g into rho into volume is 4/3 pi r cube.
It will
The
be
whole
directly
divided by-
proportional to the square root of density.
The density remains the same. So escape velocity will be, can I say, directly proportional to r? Guys, did you understand what I did? Mass is density into volume. The volume is 4/3 pi r cube, but there is an r in the denominator already. So it becomes 4/3 pi r square. So what is square root of r square? It is r. Everything else is same. Capital G is same. Density is same. Everything else is same. So it's a constant. So escape velocity directly proportional to radius. So radius decreases by 4%. So what will happen to the escape velocity? It
Even
will
that will
also
reduce.
reduce by the same percentage. That's it. You need not solve this problem. So 20th. The acceleration due to gravity at a height h in terms of mass of Earth and the radius of the Earth. Okay, this one you know.
C
Look at the right option D. Correct. The acceleration due to gravity, depth D in terms of acceleration due to in terms of G at radius of the Earth being RE. What is the answer? So
Okay.
gravitational
Option B, sir.
beta
B, sorry, sir.
B 1 minus d divided by r, the density and all we use, no? Yeah, 22nd. To find the resultant gravitational force acting on a particle m due to the number of masses, we need to use the principle of this also I've told.
Superposition.
That's it. So what will be the formula of m? What will be the formula of mass of the Earth in terms of g, r, and capital G? So g is equal to capital G into m divided by r square. So m will be equal to gr
Option
square
D,
divided by
sir.
capital. Okay, Cavendish experiment not Newton. Next, the escape velocity of a 10-gram body from the Earth is 11.2 kilometers per second. Ignoring air resistance, the escape velocity of 10 kilogram of iron ball from the Earth will be
B option.
option B, because it does not depend on the
Mass of the body.
It is root of 2 gm divided by r. Okay. So that's it. So this is all about gravitation.
So can you
Simranjit,
once show 20th question?
20th. 20 only, no? 20 only you asked, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Done?
Yes, sir.
So this is the end of term 1 portion guys. Okay. So what I'm planning this, since we have completed, now I'm going to give you some work. Listen to this carefully, okay? So next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'll upload one assignment every day containing 15 questions. Okay, you'll have 3 assignments. I'll try to break it into 3 assignments so that all the 8 chapters are covered and you have to work on this. Okay, it is going to be during the class hour. I'll not be handling the class. You have to work and upload it on the same day. Listen to this carefully, okay? This is when? On what dates? The dates are 11th, 12th, and 13th October. So once
Sir,
you
for
do
how
this,
many
you can,
marks?
it's not test. It's not a test. These are assignments. Okay,
sir.
this will be, these are assignments, but I want you guys to work before you reach out to me for clarifications. So this is next week. Okay, so there will be no class by me, but I'll be available on the student support number. You guys can reach out to me for doubts. Okay, and 18th, 19th, and 20th, I'll be conducting test. Okay, exactly the replica of whatever chapters are given as assignment on 11th, 12th, and 13th. You will have a test on 18th, 19th, and 20th during the class hours. Okay, I'll either do it during the class hours or I will do it after the class hours from 6:15 to 7:30. Sorry, 7:45. Either of the things can happen. Okay. In the meanwhile, I will be available on the student support number. If there is any question that is tough or any concept you feel is difficult, reach out to me personally. Am I clear? Am I clear? So once
Yes,
the
sir.
test is over, I will be holding a paper discussion session the week immediately. So the week next to it, that is on 25, 26, and 27, I'll be holding a paper discussion session. And in the next month, if I'm not wrong, your did your schools announce when is the term 1 portion test? Any update from the school as of now?
No, sir.
Maybe end of November, I guess.
Okay, end of November, right? Then what we will do is in the first week of November, I will plan a series a test series of full portions of first term. So that I'll plan 3 tests, okay? 3 tests, so that you're very well confident with the pattern that is going to come and you will be able to answer. So you will be more confident if you do these works. That is 11th, 12th, 13th, utilize the session, like the assignments properly, 18, 19, 20, utilize the test sessions properly. These are called as part tests. I hope you understand what is part test, right? It is not going to be full portion. It might be 2 chapters or 3 2 something like that. I'll break it. I'll think about it. I'll break it and give it, so that I'll combine easy and a tough chapter. I'll let you know by tomorrow itself. Is it clear? So work accordingly and ensure you are more confident for your school exams. So once these things are over, in the November 2nd week onwards, I will start term 2 portions. Trust me, term 2 portions will not take much time. They are very simple. There is only one chapter which is very, very big. That is, I think that is the 10th chapter, fluid mechanics. But don't worry about it. That's my headache. I'll take care of it. Okay. Am I clear, guys? Everything clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
these will be MCQ pattern, right?
Yeah. Completely according to the new pattern.
Okay,
Completely
sir.
new. Okay. The main objective is to ensure you're thorough with the term 1 portions. Okay, that is one thing. Subrajit, sorry, I didn't find time. Actually, I'd been busy since these 2 days. Okay, you asked me a doubt, I couldn't work on it. Give me some more time, I'll get back myself. I myself will get back.
Okay,
on
sir,
it,
no
okay?
problem.
Okay, yeah. Anything else? Am I clear with the announcement?
Yes, sir.
Right? That's it, guys. So it's now your turn to start preparing. Okay. I'll see you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.